I know that Brawl Stars has been a little dry for the last like 2 seasons. A lot of people quit, but I'm fairly confident that this next update should bring a lot of players back. And I'm excited because they are implementing one of the changes I have been pestering them in my videos to do. They're actually doing it. I feel like every time I really push for a certain change that I think would be great for the longevity of the game, it happens like 8 months later. And this is another one of them. And I'm so excited because it's going to literally change the entire game. And I think it's going to be good. It'll be insane for game balance because every single gadget is getting reworked in the best way possible. Also, most of you watching this video don't even know that you're not subscribed, and it's free. You can change your mind whenever you want, so do it. We're about to reach 1 million. Not only that, but ranked is also getting completely changed. And I'm still not sure if it's like entirely a good thing. It definitely is, but I feel like there's a couple weird things that I don't fully understand yet. So I'm gonna fly through all this stuff just so then we can talk about the gadgets. They're adding an entire new rank above Masters, which is called Pro. And if the name itself doesn't explain it, then it's the rank for pros, like the people who are actually good. So mostly pros are gonna be in that rank, meaning the top players of this game who really grind it and get really good are gonna have a place to be instead of being pooled with like everybody else in Masters. But they're also adding a ranked battle pass, and it's pretty expensive, but it lasts 4 months. So here's the thing I didn't fully understand, but we're gonna go into it together. On the right, you can see 4 months of old ranked, and this new pass in ranked lasts 4 months, by the way. So on the right side, you can see that you get 48 ranked drops if you reach Masters. This is the main thing I'm looking at. 4 epic drops, 8 mythic drops, and 12 legendary drops, and that's all you really get. Now in the free side of things in ranked, you get 6 pro skin upgrades, which is the new ranked skin. It's called a pro skin now, and it's like completely tied to rank, and the skin can upgrade. If you want to see what I'm talking about, this is it. On the left is Colt at his like default variant, and you can unlock like about 6 upgrades on the free side of the ranked pass, and he'll look something like the guy in the middle. And I think the on the far right is if you get the pass and he's like fully upgraded. So every skin is going to be like that. And these 34 ranked drops you get in the free side of things aren't really as important as they used to be, since you could get the pro skin guaranteed. You don't need to get lucky every single season. I think once you reach a certain rank, or there's some type of criteria that you need to reach to just get the skin, and then in the free pass you upgrade it, so you make it cooler. You get roughly the same amount of legendary drops, mythic drops. You don't seem to get any epic drops, but you do get 34 random star drops, which is nice, and 50 gems. So overall progression buff plus hypercharge drop every single season. That is insane. I think that's a lot of incentive to play ranked just for the hypercharge alone. And then the paid side of things, it's a decent chunk of money, and it lasts 4 months, which is why it's a decent chunk of money. But as far as I know, you can only get the 4-month thing because it kind of ties in with the Brawl Stars competitive timeline. Anyway, with the paid side, you get 5 more upgrades, which basically finishes the skin. And it seems like there's only 1 skin every 4 months. That's what I'm understanding, at least. And then you get pins and sprays and icons, which nobody really cares about, which is a little bit unfortunate. Like the paid side doesn't seem to have that much. Like 5,000 coins in 4 months is not that many coins. 600 gems is good, but I think that's realistically the only good thing about it besides the pro skin upgrade if it's a good skin. I don't know. With how expensive it is for the 4 months, I don't know if that many people are going to buy it. And if it's not good, then just don't buy it. Like, you don't have to buy it. The 600 gems is nice, but it just feels weird. I don't know, man. But what I do know is buying this pass will be more beneficial than just buying the gems, so keep that in mind. They're also making it more difficult to push up in Masters, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing, because if some players cannot push, like they just can't, then they might get demotivated and quit. But for a lot of other people, especially pros, I think they're going to think it's a lot better just because it's more competitive. And the rank above Masters, which is called Pro, will have an esports button, which is a button for people who want to compete in Brawl Stars esports events. Now that's very vague, but we'll probably find out more about this later. Also on that topic, Masters now has Masters 1, 2, and 3 like every other rank. So you have to like push all the way up through Masters to reach pros to then play real competitive Brawl Stars. It's pretty interesting. You can now drop out of ranks from Mythic and up. So you can drop from Mythic to Diamond, you can drop from Legendary to Mythic, and Masters back to Legendary. I think that's what I'm understanding, at least. The matchmaking should overall be better. It should be faster at lower ranks and then more competitive at higher ranks. They're completely removing modifiers, which isn't much of a change because they haven't had modifiers in a while, it feels like. I guess it just wasn't a good feature. But they are going to try and add new game modes to ranked every season. So they're going to test game modes in trophy matches and see if they feel competitive to players, and then they're going to try that in a season of ranked. So it might not stay forever. I think right now they're trying the jellyfish mode, but like a reskinned version of it, if you guys remember that. And then they're also going to try Brawl Hockey, but they said that they want to make changes to Brawl Hockey to make it more competitive. So we'll see what that means. Anyway, the gadget changes, bro. I'm so excited. When I read this, I thought it was only for ranked, but then I read further and they said it's not only for ranked, and that made me so happy. They're doing the change I've been begging for, bro. Now, instead of having 3 charges per gadget or 4 with the gadget gear, every gadget is going to be infinite, and every single gadget in the game is going to have a different cooldown, and that is the most insane thing I've ever read for this game's balance. Gadgets are going to be so much better now. You can't spam them, which some people won't like that as much, but I feel like most people will, especially pros. It's just such a good metric to balance gadgets. And you guys remember a while ago when they mentioned that they're going to like nerf Lily's Vanish, but they're not actually going to change it that much. This is what they're doing to it. The lowest gadget cooldown is 7 seconds, and the highest one is up to 30 seconds. And I'm assuming that Lily's Vanish is going to be 30 seconds. So the nerf to it is just that it takes forever to get back, but it's infinite. I just think that's insane. It's so good. You can't spam it anymore. It's still good, but with the new balances, it should be balanced. Like, this is how gadgets should have been from the very beginning, man. This is how I felt since the start. If a gadget is too powerful, you give it a high cooldown. If a gadget isn't really that strong, but you should be able to use it frequently, like it's a thing that you might want to use like 10 times in a game, like Shelly's dash or something like that, give it a 7-second cooldown and you can use it every 7 seconds. She can dash all over the place. I just think that's such an amazing idea, and it's finally happening. Also, for those of you who are wondering, the gadget gear reduces the cooldown of your gadgets. It might be a percentage thing, or it's going to be like I don't know, 2-second, 3-second reduction. Whatever it is, this is going to be pretty worth it still. It's not going to be a bad gear. In fact, it might even be better than it is now, depending on how much it reduces. So I'm going to make a couple wild guesses just to like ease you guys into this new system. I don't have any more information besides the fact that the lowest cooldown is 7 seconds, which is essentially an infinite gadget that you can use 2 seconds later than normal. So whatever gadget has that is going to just be spammed every 7 seconds. Anyway, clay pigeons, it's a really good one. I think that this one will be higher on the cooldown section. I think it's going to be like 20-ish seconds probably, but then Shelly's dash, maybe even 7 seconds. Like, this could be that gadget. It's not that good, but she could use it pretty often. I think that Nita's will probably be similar because they're both good. I think that they'd want you to be able to use it 1 time per bear. So I'm gonna guess that both of these are like around 15-20 seconds maybe. And one of the first things I thought about with this change is Bull's Stomper. Everybody said that this should be base kit, which I don't think it is going to be, but they could give it a pretty fast cooldown. But either way, even if they don't, even if it's like 10 to 20 seconds or even higher, at least it's infinite. So many brawlers are gonna be so much different after this change. Like Kenji, yeah, this one's definitely going up there to like 20 to 30 seconds. But then the other one, probably like maybe 10 seconds. Like, I might really love this gadget after the change because I feel like I waste them so often just to move around and then suddenly I'm out. But with the new changes, if it's like 10 seconds, I think that this one could possibly be better than this one. And Crow's slowing toxin, yeah, that one's definitely going up to the top. 30 seconds, 100%. And then his shield probably like, I don't know, 15, 20. Anything that has a pull to it, I think will be near the top. And I'm not sure about heals. I think that they'll be in like the middle ground. But any bad gadgets that are in this game, anything that most players just don't use because they're not really worth it, are going to be a lower cooldown. Therefore, they're going to be worth it because you can use them more often. I think it's the most perfect thing for this game's balancing. And even like Edgar, you can't spam your super over and over again with Let's Fly. What a lot of people would do is they would use it 4 times in the first 30 seconds of the game and then they'd be out of it. But that's not a thing anymore. You can't be like, oh, this guy used all 4 gadgets. Now it's like, oh, this guy just used his gadget. We have 20 seconds to abuse that cooldown before he gets it again. It's like removing a section of strategizing in this game, but it's adding a whole new one because you have to remember the cooldowns now. Oh, and this stupid gadget. I hope this one goes all the way up to 30 seconds. Dyna Stun, everyone hates this. We all know that's going up to like 30 seconds. But then his fidget spinner, dude, this one will probably be like 10 seconds. You're gonna use this one all the time now. Bro, and stuff like protective tunes now might actually be pretty good because I feel like a lot of the time I would run out of them anytime I use it. If it's at a decent cooldown, like 15, maybe 20 seconds even, I think this will be insane. I could look through these brawlers all day now. Like, this is a really fun thing to think about. Reverse polarity, the one that bounces on the walls, would that be like, I don't know, 10 seconds? Like, imagine every 10 seconds you can shoot a bounce shot. Every 15 seconds even. Like, it just seems so fun. Dude, Griff better get coin shower every 2 seconds. Like, this one is so awful. But that's what I'm saying. Like, gadgets that suck like this are gonna be really quick, so they might actually have some kind of value. They can put out gadgets that are not powerful, but they can make them powerful with the number. That's what makes this so much easier to balance. Like, when this update comes out, there's definitely gonna be some brawlers who have way too short of a cooldown and they're gonna be broken until they fix it. But like, once this is all fleshed out and good, the balancing is gonna be amazing. At least I hope it is. If this is somehow a mistake, I'm gonna be upset because I have been waiting for this. But yeah, that's everything I really care about in this update. There's a little bit more, so if you're interested, go watch Kairos. He'll probably tell you everything in detail. But yeah, I'm excited. I think this could be the revival of the game. I say that like it's dead, but it's just on a little dry streak recently. This is not even the Brawl Talk, so who knows? Maybe this is like the majority of the update, or maybe we are only scratching the surface somehow. You should subscribe. Do it right now. I'm trying to reach 1 mil. See you later.